Yo, what is going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. We have a run video today, and we have run pretty much every day this week except for one. So this is just me trying to build consistency back and get it back in my life, and just trying to make it more consistent. Kind of took a little bit of a break from it, but we are back. We are back, and if you watched my video before this with the Nike Vomero Plus, do know that I am running just because I want to find that passion again, and it is starting to come back, and I'm in love with the sport. Today we are running in the SuperBlast 2, the ASICS SuperBlast 2. So I am excited to get back out in this shoe. The last time I wore this shoe, so I had some mixed opinions on it the first few runs with it, and then as I started wearing it more and more and breaking the foam in and definitely running some different runs in it, it definitely has changed my mind on the SuperBlast. So we're gonna rock these out. Don't really know how much I really want to do today. I'm thinking between 5 and 6 miles, see what it feels like. But yeah, when I used to follow a structured training, I would train, I think, like 4 days of running, sometimes 5. Now I'm on 6. Maybe next week will be less. Don't really have a set thing. It's more or less just me waking up and just seeing what I want to do, whether I want to go to the gym, whether I want to go for a run. But we are just enjoying it right now, falling back in love with running. This video is going to be a little bit shorter. I don't really have a hot take topic on running, and the weather is super rainy, and it's super mild as temperature, so I'm liking that. But yeah, a little bit short of a video today, and we're just gonna get out there and just move some pavement, eat some miles for breakfast. That's what we're gonna do. Y'all come with me. Come on, let's go. It's just starting to rain again. The grounds are all wet, but SuperBlast is such a wide, stable platform, so I'm really not worried about it at all. So, but one of the topics that came to my head, because I was actually thinking about it, because I was asked so many times, what would you recommend shoe-wise for a person that's just getting into running? And whatever brand you want to go with, a lot of them kind of have same similarities, just different tech names for it. But some of the things I would look for is weight of a shoe, stability, and cushion. I think those would be the 3 biggest things. Let me just turn the hat forward, block some of the rain hitting my glasses. So I think those would be the 3 biggest things, because if it's lightweight, you're gonna want to be able to run more, and you're gonna save some fatigue on your legs. Cushion, a lot of people think softer is better, but sometimes for you, you may want a dense foam. So try them on, but I think cushion is a big thing from a shoe going from a running shoe or to a walking shoe. Like, take me for example, the Hoka's Bondi 8, I believe. Bought them and I found them very, very stiff, so they are a casual shoe for me, plain and simple. And the last one was stability, and the reason why I think this should be top on the list is because if you're gonna go for a narrow built speed shoe, there could be some instabilities in that shoe, and if you're starting to run, if you're just getting into it, last thing you want to feel is any sort of wobbliness, any sort of rolled or twist ankles, because that's going to stop you immediately from running. So those would be my top 3 things, in my own opinion, that if you're just getting into running and you're looking for a shoe, look for those 3 things. Weight of a shoe to keep you feeling fresh, cushion of a shoe, whether you want a plush or a dense foam, and stability. I have run in so many shoes that are so narrow. For instance, I love ASICS, but their Meta Speed line is a bit too narrow in the heel for me. So I didn't start wearing those until I found a running form that works for me. And then I put those back on. So, and this is where those no-thrill daily trainers come in good handy. So the Gel Nimbus, the Nike Vomeros of the world, you know, there's so many others that I'm not really thinking of right now. Hoka Mach series. Those are where those kind of shoes jump into mind, because I think those are the top shoes, maybe not the top shoes, but those are the top shoes that come to my mind because they check those boxes of weight, stability, and cushion. And everyone has a preference. What might be soft to me might not be soft to someone else. So those are my 3 things I would say to look for if you're just starting running and you're looking for a shoe. You don't need to have 30, 40 pairs of a shoe rotation. All you need to do is just get your foot in the shoe and get your foot out the door. The hardest thing about running is putting on the shoes. Once they're on, you're gonna go for a run. But you gotta make the shoe something that you want to wear. The SuperBlast, I couldn't wait to put them on again. So this run is feeling enjoyable because I wanted to wear this shoe. So that's my advice for anyone who's just getting into running. And so many shoes, so much companies throwing their own little names and texts and gimmicks and whatever out there. Focus on those 3 things: weight, stability, cushion. Make sure that's something that you want, a color that you want, the size that you need. Make it feel like you can't wait to put those shoes on. Since I started this topic, I might as well say one of my other things I think new runners should look for or look into getting. Not the watches, not the cool gear. Find a really good running sock. Now I'm talking about actual real running socks, because when you find those, they make the run. Sometimes a new pair of socks can make a shoe exciting again. It sounds so weird. Hear me out. When I got my first pair of Feature socks, specifically Max Cushion socks from Features, they made running so much softer and so much more enjoyable. And since I have tried other sock companies, things like Smartwool, Darn Tough, and Dingy, I have tried a lot of sock companies, and I like them all. Right now I'm running in Bandit. Yesterday I ran in Darn Tough. But when you find a good pair of socks and you're gonna enjoy running in them, it's gonna make the run feel just that much more cushion and that much more exciting. I'm running in a no cushion sock right now, so I can literally feel the foam of the SuperBlast. But if my legs are a little more tired or fatigued, I would switch to a Max Cushion sock. But what I would say is, when you're trying on your shoes, bring your running socks with you, because some socks are a little bit more thicker, thinner, more cushion. Some claim they have arch support, and that may throw off how the shoe feels if you went true to size, or a size up, or a size down. So bring your running socks. But when I first got my first pair of feature socks, I was telling one of my friends that it changed running for me. And socks are obviously cheaper than a new pair of shoes, so get some socks, makes it enjoyable for a run. You'll get back out there and do it again and again and again. So don't neglect the socks. Remember, you're putting a lot of stress, a lot of weight bearing on your legs when you're running. So make sure you treat your legs and your feet happy. Keep them happy, you'll be running for a long period of time. But minus the important steps is like recovery, nutrition, those things are well known. Sleep, those things are well known that everybody needs them. And if you're doing heavy weight bearing, stressful activities, yes, you do need them. So when I was running and I thought about this, I didn't want to bring those topics up because I feel like they're talked about so much, and I even spoke about them in other videos. So I think that is my two top things for new runners. Get yourself a pair of shoes. Doesn't have to be the coolest running brand, the newest shoe. You can find a lot of discount of their previous models. And then get yourself a good pair of socks. Good pair of running brand socks. And you will enjoy them. You'll enjoy the run and you'll want to get out there. And then from there, you can build your gear closet up. But just, man, if I can go back to the beginning, I had a good pair of shoes, but I never had the socks. So, and it took me almost like a year to a year and a half into consistent running to get a really good pair of socks to really feel a difference. So there you go. Those are my two things. Well, one I get asked a lot, and the second one I just thought of while I was running, for new runners to look into if you are just getting into the sport. Now, we are just about 3 miles in. SuperBlast are feeling great. My feet are feeling great. We're gonna hit 3 and then turn back around, make it a 6-mile run from there. All right, y'all, come on, let's go back. Welcome back, runners. 6 miles in the books. Awesome run today. The last few runs have just been feeling so energetic and so amazing, and I really can feel my passion for running again, and that's something that I am enjoying. So let's talk about the run. We did it 6 miles in the SuperBlast 2, and in one of my videos over the summertime, I said that the SuperBlast 2, I changed my view on it, and this one kind of solidified it. I really love this shoe. It is great. I wish I would have wore this for the marathon, to be honest with y'all. It is great. I was thinking about how, like, one word or like a phrase to wrap the shoe up, and it would be like a luxury SUV. It just glides, it handles the bumps, it handles the uneven terrain, and it just protects your feet, and it's just really nice to just cruise with. In the video, we talked about new runner gear, and the two things that I said were shoes and socks, because I do believe, like, the watches, the technology, the clothing, you could get all that as you figure out, okay, what climate are we running in, how many days are we running, so on and so forth. But I do think the two hardest things and the two most important things are shoes and socks. And I say shoes because if you have a pair of shoes that you like and that feel comfortable and that are stable and that the weight is good, that you're not getting fatigued, and the cushioning is good, that you want to run more in, you're going to keep getting out there and doing it every single day. So you don't have to go with the most popular shoe. You don't have to go with the most expensive shoe. Just got to go with a shoe that fits your dynamics and fits your style. And that's the other thing too, is you got to make sure it's something that you want to run in, right? I said this in one of my older videos, where if it's a cold, rainy, cloudy day, are you going to feel comfortable and confident, and are you going to want to get out there in that shoe, right? And a lot of that has to do with appearance of the shoe. So if you find something that's comfortable and maybe you want to see what other options are available, there's always the online stores you can go to. There's always last year's model you can go to. So definitely if you're looking into getting running, get a really good shoe that you like, that is comfortable, lightweight, and stable. Stable is the most important one, because if it's wobbly, you're gonna most likely either not continue with it, lead to an injury, and it's just not gonna be the shoe for you. So I believe a stable shoe is the most important thing. It doesn't have to be a stabilized shoe, but something with a wide platform and just a really wide base, I think is a really good option for those who need a new running shoe. And maybe I'll make a video on some running shoes that I think are really good for people who are just getting into it. And the socks, never neglect socks. High cushion socks, max cushion socks, arch support socks, no show, ankle, crew socks. Do you want the max cushion? Never neglect the socks. Socks are your best friend when you are running, and next to your shoes. First thing is your shoes, second is your socks. All right, y'all. Drop a like, comment, subscribe. Down below, drop some comments of what you'd like me to talk about or videos in the future. Catch you in the next video. Peace out.